Hi, I'm Richard Ray Bettis. I'm the director and producer of Caesar's Last Fast. I want to tell you the story about how the film came to me. Several years ago, a colleague and I really wanted to make a documentary about Cesar Chavez, so we contacted the Chavez family and the Cesar Chavez Foundation. And we met with them and we had a wonderful, productive meeting, and we told them about our desire to make a documentary about Cesar. But they informed us that somebody close to the family was already making a film and that they couldn't grant us the rights. So we were, of course, disappointed, and we started pursuing other projects. I got a job directing a documentary series, and when I started that job, I got a phone call from a woman, and she said, "Hi, I'm Lorena Parlee. I'm the producer who's making that documentary about Cesar Chavez." And she tells me she'd been working on that project for 10 years, and she was very close to Cesar. She was Cesar's personal press secretary. And in the time that she'd been working on that documentary, she amassed 85 hours of Cesar-related footage, and 16 of those hours have never been seen by the public. She was telling me how wonderful this footage was, and then she said that she needed help to make this film, and she asked me if I'd be willing to come on board as a producer. And I told her I would love to come on board. I told her about my personal connection to the farm worker movement. My dad had been a farm worker, and when I was a child, my family was actively involved in the boycott and walking the picket lines in my hometown. So I told her about my connection. We really bonded around that. But then I told her I couldn't work on the project for another 6 months because I had just gotten a job. And she said, "Well, I need somebody to help me now because I'm being treated for breast cancer. And I could only work on the film for 2 weeks out of the month." And so I was really taken aback that she told me this. And so I told her, "Oh, I'd love to really, really work on the film with you. So if in 6 months you haven't found somebody to work with you, give me a call and I'll help you on this film. I'll work deferred payment or pro bono." And she said that she would. And 6 months later, when I finished my job, I didn't hear from her. So I assumed she found another producer to help her. 9 months later, 9 months after that initial phone call, I got a phone call from an elderly gentleman, and he says, "Hi, I'm Lorena Parlee's stepfather." And he tells me that Lorena died last month of breast cancer. And she left your name in her notes for us to contact you immediately to see if you would finish her film. Do you want to finish her film? So I was clearly taken aback and moved by this woman who I'd never met and only talked to her on the phone, and how she bestowed this project that was so important to her. She bestowed it to me, and then I took on the project and became responsible for carrying on something that this woman had devoted her life to. So now I want to ask you and inspire you to help us finish Lorena Parlee's film, the film that she worked so hard to, and the film that she bestowed on me and my team to carry on in her passing. So please help us and help Lorena's legacy by donating to our Kickstarter campaign.